Hey guys, my name is Caitlin. I go by Makeup by Kate Pitch on Instagram. Kate Pitch was a name that was like given to me in high school, so I've just stuck with that. But yeah, so I've been told by so many people in the past year that I need to do YouTube, and I don't know. I've kind of been like back and forth. I feel like there's so many creative people out there that like really kill it with YouTube, and you know, that's great, but you know, I kind of question like, do I have anything different to offer? Which I know I shouldn't like really question myself or my talent, but it's inevitable, and you know, it's kind of been holding me back from like putting myself out there. So it's 2018, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna be doing a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. I hope you learned something, and if you ever have any questions or suggestions, please let me know. I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's get into this look. Okay, so the first thing I did off camera was prep my skin. I used the Mario Badescu Rose Water as a toner, whoops, and I followed that up with Dr. Dennis Gross's Hyaluronic Marine Oil-Free Moisture Cushion. I love the way that this wears under makeup, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be using Estee Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. This is like my favorite foundation, and this really lasts like all day. I am going to take my Sigma F80. I feel so lame doing this, but the Sigma F80, I usually put foundation on the back of my hand, and then I kind of dot it around my face. I usually just do like half my face at a time so I can blend it before the foundation sets. And then I just use buffing motions so that everything is nice and blended. Make sure you get this part of your nose too. I am going to use some concealer. I'm using the shade Fair Beige, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit with light neutral. I usually just do couple swipes, highlighting where I want attention drawn to. And I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, and we are just going to pat this in. You really want to make sure you get all the way up to the lash line so that you don't have like any pink or discoloration closer to the eye. And we're just blending and blending and blending until everything is kind of like one unit. I like it to be a little bit lighter because it brightens the face a bit. You could use a concealer that's your skin tone. If you don't want it to be brighter under the eye, that's totally fine. Now that that is blended, I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder. We're going to first set the under eye. Now before I do that, I want to really make sure that there is no creasing under the eye. Dip in the damp beauty blender just like this, and then I am going to pat that on. And then I'm gonna just do my T-zone because that's where I really get oily. I'm gonna be taking a powder brush. This is the number 59 from Sephora collection. And I'm just going to buff off the powder so that I don't look like a ghost. So the reason I put setting powder all over my face is because I did all my cream products, so the foundation and the concealer, and then I set it with translucent powder, and then I'm going to go in with more powder products. So now we're going to do like bronzer, blush, contour, highlight, all that. First I'm going to do bronzer, and this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer in the shade Park F Princess. I really like this bronzer because it doesn't look orange on me. I'm going to take the same brush, 59 from Sephora collection, dip in here. I'm going to just lightly build. Usually start at my forehead. And we're gonna bring it down the temple, onto the cheek, under the cheekbone. I'm kind of loose with it. And then on the jaw. For blush, I'm gonna be using the Tarte Color Wheel Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. Looks like this. I'm taking the Bobbi Brown powder brush. Sue me for using a powder brush, but I like a softer brush when I do blush. It's tongue twister because it just like looks softer. You can always add more. If you do it too hard, then it just looks I usually mix the shade Mod and Culture. Oh god. Okay, so this is Mod. This is Culture. I just take my brush and I like literally mix the two back and forth like this. Tap off the excess. When I teach people how to do blush, I tell them to go like 2 or 3 fingers from the nose, place the blush, and then blend back toward the ear. I like doing it here because I feel like it lifts the face more. Okay, I totally did this backwards now that I'm thinking about it. I should have done a little contouring first. So again, don't sue me, but it's too late now. Okay, so for contour, I'm gonna be using Kim Kardashian KKW Beauty Contour Kit in the shade Light. It looks like this, but I use this to contour. It's a nice shade, pretty pigmented. This is the NARS Ida Kabuki brush. Really great for contouring. I remember this is like one of the first brushes I bought when I started contouring. So you wanna go in the hollow of your cheekbone, which tends to be in line with the top of the ear. I like to start back by the ear so that there's not like a line randomly like in the middle of my face. And I just like to blend it back and forth. And the same thing on the other side. Cute, looking so slim. Sometimes I do my forehead, and you can also contour down here too. I think what makes the most difference for me though is the cheekbones, so I usually just do that. Sometimes I do everything else if I'm feeling up to it. And then for the nose, I take the same brush and I go on the bridge of the nose. You want to be very light with this because the nose is something that you can make worse instead of better. And then I go back here to shorten the nose, and then a little bit kind of on the bridge of the nose to make my nose look more like buttony, I guess. I don't know. Now I guess I'll use this, the Kim Kardashian. I'm gonna use the highlight from her palette. This highlight is actually like really like poppin'. I'm taking the Sephora Collection Angled Blush Brush. Normally I don't use this. I typically use the Anastasia highlighting brush, but it's in my makeup kit now. So again, dipping in this shade. And then we're gonna put it right here. And just layer it until it's as bright as you want it to be. Okay, and then I usually do the bridge of the nose. Sometimes I do the tip. It's like kind of a controversial thing. Sometimes it can make your nose look longer. I feel like it looks okay on me. I usually do the Cupid's bow and then the chin, but I really put my most of my focus on the cheekbones. So that's the skin. We went from rosacea, red tomato face to kind of cute, so that's good. So let's do the brows. For the brows, I'm gonna be using the brow definer from Anastasia Beverly Hills in medium brown. And I usually like to start at the arch of my brow, and then you just want to blend so that it doesn't look like you took a pencil and colored it in. And then I like to sort of define the bottom part of my brow so that it's like I have product all the way through it, and it's not like patchy. And then I blend again. Really the key to everything is blending. And kind of make like up and down strokes to match the growth in the front. And with the brows, you just have to be like really light with your pressure. Here's the challenging one because this guy has a bald spot. So I just focus on filling that part in first. So basically I'm kind of extending here so that I get that hair back in there. I elongate the tail because I am lacking hair there as well. I can't believe I'm making a YouTube video. Also, I'm sorry this video sucks, but it is my first video, so hopefully they'll get better and not worse. Okay, so my camera decided to shut off, so that's good. This whole YouTube thing is going really well. I don't know if people have the patience to do this. Anyways, I'm using the Sigma E35 brush. We did the eyeshadow primer. Okay, I'm taking the Laura Mercier powder and the E35, whatever. This will set the eyeshadow primer so that blending everything else is really easy, but also there won't be any creasing, which is a plus because creasing is a no-no. Okay, so same brush, Sigma E35, and I'm gonna take orange soda from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna blend back and forth like a windshield wiper in the crease. If you don't know where your crease is, find your brow bone, stick the brush under there. Now I'm gonna take, I'm not sure what the shade is called, but I'm pretty sure it's the orange shade from the Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette. We're going in the same spot. We're going in the crease, windshield wipering back and forth, and then sometimes I like to make circular motions or scramble the eggs, if you will, because that kind of helps to blend out any edges. My general rule is light to dark with matte shades, and then light to dark with shimmer, or you know, anything that's not matte, metallic, iridescent, whatever. We're gonna take the Subculture palette from Anastasia. I'm gonna use the shade Roxy. She's like a peachy shade. Apply this to the outer corner of my eye and also the inner corner of my eye. Again, blending. When I'm working on the outer corner, I usually blend inward toward the center. And then when I'm on the inner corner, I blend inward toward the center. It's the same thing, but okay, anyways. Oh, and I'm still using the same brush. I'm going back in with the same color, Roxy from Subculture, and just building up the intensity. I'm gonna take, this is also, this is from the Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette. Another one of my faves. Surprise, I'm taking the same brush. Dipping into that matte red, placing just a little bit on the outer corner and the inner corner. I'm gonna be taking in the Spotlight from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. I'm gonna take the MAC 239 brush. Oh my god, I literally look so dumb doing this. And I am going to kind of pat her into the center of the lid. Fab. Now I am going to take the Precision Smudge brush from Sephora, and I'm going to take the shade Roxy from Subculture again, and we're going to go, oh, focus, on the bottom lash line and kind of smoke that out. Then we're going back to the MAC 239, and we're gonna take Cube from Subculture, right her. We're gonna put her on the inner corner. I'm gonna be taking the NYC eyeliner liquid. This stuff is actually like so good. I used to be, well, I still am a big believer in the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but then I got this and I was like, okay, it's pretty good. We are going to lean back. I like to start at the center and make my way to the outer corner, and then go back to the center and work my way in. And I kind of just like layer until it's as dark as I want. Or if I mess up and like one thing is too thick, then I just, you know, keep layering until it's like somewhat even. I'm like debating, should I do a wing? I don't know. Okay, so with this, normally with eyeliner, I like to follow the bottom lash line to do a wing. But I find that with this particular product, I kind of like to like swoop. Okay, and then go back to the bottom lash line and connect the dot. Not bad. Okay, and then fill in the little gap that's there. And then you just want to kind of go over it so that everything's like pigmented and not like splotchy looking, and you just pray that you don't fuck up. I mean, screw up. Now I'm gonna go and just like thicken that a bit so it's not so like swoopy. It's fine, whatever. God, I hate winged liner. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, not the best, not the worst, but it's not the end of the world. Done with eyeliner. On to the mascara. I first start with the primer from Lancome. It works really nicely. I like it a lot, so 10 out of 10 would recommend. This has vitamin E in it, and it also has like little tiny fibers, so it makes your lashes look more full. And then also because it's white, it kind of like amplifies the black mascara. It's gonna go on after. So oh, this is my favorite mascara of life. Like, okay, I mean, I buy everything because I have a shopping problem, I think, but at Sephora, but I've gotten like a lot of the mascaras for free. And you'd think like, oh, like who would buy mascara if they got it for free? But I always buy this because it's so freaking good. It's the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. People usually ask me what I'm wearing or ask me like if my lashes are fake. No, it's not. It's just this is really good. Also, pro tip, if you ever get mascara on yourself, just let it dry and then it'll flake off. Well, like you have to flake it off, but it'll flake off. And then I also put a little on the bottom just to balance her out a little bit. Okay, and then last but not least, I know, thank God it's almost over. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. It's one shade. I don't know why, but like I literally can't wear lipstick because it makes my lips feel so dry no matter what. So I just like don't wear lipstick, I wear gloss. This one's really great because it's not sticky. And it just adds the right amount of color. Hey guys, it's Caitlin. Sorry, I am so red. I just got back from the gym. So I'm editing my first video and I'm like, yes, I'm finally to the end. And I'm like, okay, like where's the closing? Turns out I didn't film a freaking ending. So I hope you enjoyed my first video. I know it was a hot mess and I know I probably made you cringe like 10 times because I know I really struggled watching myself, but hopefully they get better. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know, and I guess like subscribe or whatever, something. Let's give this YouTube thing a shot. Thanks, bye.